So if I can't get a meerkat signal, there's a reason why. I might have to move this inside, and I really, really wanted to smoke a cigar. There we go. Now we got a signal. But I'm freezing up in different places. I don't understand it. How's everybody doing in meerkat tonight? Talking to you about expansion tonight. Why you need to expand, why you must expand. This is a really, really important topic. That's what we're talking about. Time for expansion. Signal sucks. Okay, so let me do this. I'm going to go inside, see if it cleans up inside. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to pass up my cigar tonight. Go inside so I can keep it open. I'm going to have to go back out there. Yeah, it must be the signal outside, Elena. I don't think it's allowing me.
That's why I stopped watching. I thought it was me.
Oh, yeah, no. So, hey, how's that? Is that better? Okay, give me 1 second, all right? Just give me 1 second to finish setting this up. It was awful, huh?
Well, I kept losing connection, but we had bad. So I thought it was just me, boo.
Yeah, so look, I apologize for the signal. I hate bad signal. I hate a bad signal, man. Ain't nothing worse than a bad signal. So look, tonight I want to talk to you about expansion and why you have to expand. I've been out in Europe. My wife and I just did Germany, Paris, Barcelona. Some of you might know. We did Bulgaria, Vienna, and Prague. And I wanted to come back. Everybody's like, dude, you got to be freaking wasted. I'm like, yeah, but that's not a reason not to do what I got to do. And to dig in, I'm on a little bit different time zone than you are, so some of this might be a little wacky to padacky, but I'll try to maintain my game and give you what I got to give you. So, and this is a really important topic tonight, okay? I'm not talking about apartments tonight. I'm not talking about sales tonight. I'm talking about expansion and why you got to decide to expand. You guys on Periscope, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor and flip over to Meerkat. If you go to Meerkat, you'll be able to see this broadcast. I'm also going to give a free coaching away. I'm back in the United States. So I'm back to doing one of these a night. I want to talk to you tonight about expansion, why you have to expand, why expansion is critical and vital to any level of success you want. You don't need to want more for me to explain to you. If you don't expand, you will never end up with more. It's impossible. And you won't even end up with what you have right now. So I'm going to spend about 25 minutes doing this tonight. I'm going to try to keep it really tight and bright, keep it compact, but keep it down to just some things that you can eat on. Also, at the end of the night, I'm going to be giving away a free coaching session with me for the person that takes the best notes and pops them up on Twitter as a screensaver. Not a screensaver, but a screenshot. Take a screenshot of your notes. And, you know, I was in Frankfurt this morning. I was asking people for opinions about what you wanted to hear about. And I mean, I heard so many great topics, which I will be covering. I want to do those topics for you, those that I have some expertise in and can cover. But tonight I wanted to start with expansion, okay? And your mom and dad probably did not even use that word with you, that you must expand. You probably didn't hear it in college. You got to expand. But I'm going to talk to you about tonight is why you must increase your bust, as we used to say as kids. But in this case, why you have to expand your business and your brand. So you guys at Periscope, go to Meerkat. I'm going to end the stream here, okay? I appreciate you guys at Periscope. Love you. But I want you to go there to get the more critical content. I'm trying to, my effort here is to use Meerkat for a more serious dialogue and use Periscope for some of the bullshit I do in my life. Yeah, it's an app. It's meerkatapp.co. Go to app. Download it, take you 2 minutes. So I'm gonna set up over there, and appreciate if you come over, Meerkat app, and just look for my name. You'll see me streaming over there. I'll have a whole bunch of people in there. And I'm talking about expansion tonight, okay? If you have a wife or kids, do you know, get your kids in on this. Get your kids in, get your kids watching, get your wife or your husband watching. I know it's Father's Day. Give me 25 minutes tonight, and I guarantee you I'm gonna rock your life. I'm gonna change the way you think about holding things down and why you have to expand. All right, so you guys at Periscope, love you, appreciate the hearts, appreciate the shares, but go to Meerkat right now. Okay, so that was 1,000 people that I just said no to at Meerkat, or at Periscope. Okay, I'm gonna try to change this light too. I gotta get a seat. Man, I wanna look good, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so look, we're gonna talk about something that if I knew this when I was 31 years old, I'd probably be worth $500 million today. Or I'd be broke, one of the two. You know? Might be broke. But I don't think so. I think I'd be worth $400 or $500 million. And if you don't know who I am, my name's Grant Cardone, New York Times best-selling author. I've written 5 books. I've done probably a dozen best-selling programs that have sold over 10,000 units. That's about what it takes to hit a bestsellers list. I've sold some programs that have sold hundreds of thousands of units. I'm not talking about books now. I'm talking about audio programs, downloads, webinars. I have a real estate company in addition to my consulting company, and that has done almost $500 million in transactions. Whether you're 44 years old, 54 years old, 24 years old, look, it doesn't matter. Your age has nothing to do with it. But what does have something to do with this is you must think in terms of expansion. And I've done more in the last 5 or 6 years of my career than I did in the first 20 years. And it's because I shifted my thinking at the age of 51 to going horizontal, this way, that way, not just up and down, vertical. I started my first company when I was 29 years old, and I was very much in the thinking that, oh, I'm gonna keep this tight, and I'm gonna have a handful of clients. I hear this from people all the time. I'm gonna have a handful of clients, and I'm gonna take care of them, okay? So just so you know, that is one of the biggest mistakes you can make in business. I'm going to have a handful of clients, and I will take your questions, by the way, and I do notice who retweets and reshares. Thank you guys so much for the retweets, reshares. Tar Heel, you're always there for me, bro. I appreciate it. My goal is to help as many people in the next 15 or 20 years of my career as I possibly can. Not to help 1,000 people, I want to help millions of people. I know for sure my financial condition is going to continue to do this. And now I want to take those resources, that energy, and whatever intellect I have and experience I have and share it with those of you who are freaking hungry to freaking blow up out the top. So look, if you look up the word expand, the word means, and from time to time I'll come back and go back in and introduce myself just for those people that are new. If you are new here, maybe just put up, you don't know me, okay? Thanks again for all the retweets, Wood, Dave. And that's why one of the reasons I do this here, no offense to Periscope, but man, the quality of people here, entrepreneurial people, and maybe it's part of the way I've branded myself here, has been just a better thing for me. And I see an audience is better. So the word expand, you should look it up when we're done. Robert Wiseman just came in. Hey, Robert, how you doing? The word expand means to spread out. Okay, it means to spread out. Now, I have an accounting degree, 5-year accounting degree from a good school, and I never even looked that word up as a kid, as somebody going to college. I never even looked it up as a business person. I know that when I went to my accountant and talked to him about another business idea, or I went to my mom. My mom was a great friend of mine, and I would go to her and say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this real estate thing, or I'm thinking about starting this technology company. Oh, it was always, don't do that. The real estate guy, oh, don't do that. I'm looking at crowdfunding right now. I'm looking at, in fact, if you guys know anybody that knows crowdfunding, I want to crowdfund for my real estate ventures and allow people with 15 and 20,000 and 25,000 to invest in my real estate properties, because I know the money will never be lost. You'll get a dividend every year, and you don't have enough money to invest. And I know the way that I buy things, you can't lose money in my deals. It just can't happen. So I want to do that, but when I go to my accountant or my lawyer says, "Oh man, you don't want to do that, dude. You're getting into all kind of trouble." See, the idea that expansion is bad, it's like terrible. But if you look it up in the dictionary, it means to increase in size, become larger, to enlarge, right? The opposite, and I always look up the opposite of words when I look them up. It means shrink, contract, scale down. Okay? The opposite of expand is not to stay the same. So I know everybody thinks there's three choices. I'm going to get bigger, I'm going to stay smaller, or I'm going to stay the same. Okay? The reality is you can't stay the same. It's not possible for anybody to stay the same. Show me a company that tried to stay the same. BlackBerry, Pan America. How about Borders? You try to stay the same. Okay, it's like riding a brake and the accelerator at the same time. You're trying to manage too much rather than like, I want to blow up, okay? If you look up the word expansion in physics, it means to undergo a continuous change. Now, that's interesting to me. To undergo a continuous change. And that's the world we live in. Now, the reason I'm picking this topic tonight is because I just left Europe, man. I'm in Bulgaria. God, the city was awful. Okay, they got banged so hard from a war, and they've never recovered from it. I go to Prague. They're tiny, man. Unbelievable, beautiful city. Vienna, beautiful city. They stay small. I go to Germany, unbelievable control over quality and beauty and no graffiti and just control, right? So, and look how they produce quality products there. You know, look at the economy of some of those countries compared to other countries. You know, why does Prague not tell me to go to Prague? They don't expand. Why is there a Starbucks 200 feet outside of a church in Prague that's 700 years old? Because Starbucks committed to expansion and that church didn't. So this is the problem with churches around the world, by the way. Just speaking of churches, just religions, right? They're having trouble expanding because they refuse to change with the times. Remember, the opposite of expand is to shrink or contract. So when your spouse says to you, "Oh no, we don't need to spend this money. Oh, we don't need to invest in our company." Oh, what she or he is saying is stay small. The idea that smaller is better. I remember hearing this when I was in San Diego from a guy that had grown his business. Good guy, great guy. His name's Phil, and Phil had grown his real estate business and he got spanked. You know, his timing was a little bad because his expansion got so big that he ended up doing some deals that maybe weren't good for him. And he told me, and I'll never forget this, he told me, "Hey Grant, bigger's not better. Okay, I should have stayed smaller." And that stuck in my memory. And I remember I drugged that around with me so long thinking, oh my God, man. You know, I shouldn't get bigger. And then I think about Starbucks, Google's, YouTube, you know. I mean, look at the people playing in the space and look at what this technology does, okay? Where are you guys from right now? Guarantee you from all over the world. So YouTube made that available to me 5 years ago when I started dropping video on YouTube. We dropped 1,800 videos in 5 years. In the first year, I had so much hate from so many people. I was criticized so harshly. Grant Cardone is the thing not to do. But the truth is, I was trying to expand. I was trying to expand into spaces I wasn't. I wasn't trying to take care of the space that I was in, okay? So look, this is what I want you to know. Whether it's a brand, a business, or your finances, okay, you have to do two things. First, you got to go deep, and then you have to go wide. You cannot do one or the other. You must go deep to get money, and you must take the money deep, okay? And you must take the money when you go deep, take that revenue, okay, and then should become cash flow, which I need to do a whole show just on cash flow, because cash flow is the holy grail of business. Cash flow is the ability to have free cash, okay, that's not tied to something to where I can go reinvest. So you go deep, you get money from customers, and at the same time, you go wide. Now, what I did the first 20 years I was in business was I just went deep. I kept going deep, and I keep getting money out over and over and over again, okay? And I'd take that money and I'd stash it away. And I didn't reinvest in going horizontal with that first business. I did reinvest in other companies, but I should have been reinvesting in that first one that I'd gone deep in. You know, think about the way they're fracking for gas now. You know, they go horizontal. They don't have to go as deep. Well, the truth is a good company is going to go deep and horizontal. So you want to go deep and wide. You want to go deep to get the money, and you want to take that money and then disseminate back in programs that go wide. I'm going to show you some very easy ways to do this, okay? Expansion. Now, let me tell you why you want to expand, okay? And somebody just said it. Cash is like oxygen for a company, but most people don't do that. Most people don't reinvest their dough. You know, the guy that I worked for at 30 years old, he should have never lost me. But the reason he lost me is because his company stayed so small. And I was asked this question in Bulgaria a couple of times. Actually, I was asked in Bulgaria, I was asked in Frankfurt, and I was asked in Vienna. One question was asked in all three of those cities. I'm losing good people, okay? I have good people, they get to the top of the food chain and I can't keep them. I'm like, this, dude, it's because your company stays too small. When a company stays too small, they get to the top of the food chain, the good people do, and they're like, shit, I'm just gonna go knock this off and do it myself. The guy that I worked for at 30 years old, he must have lost a dozen unbelievably talented people that went out and started their own gigs. Those 12 deals should have all been his, but he didn't grow and create new opportunities. He was just trying to keep all the cash for himself, and he's the one that decided, oh, I made $1.5 million this year. I did great. He thought that was great. See, that's why you can't run a business like that, folks. You can't run a business on what is great to you. You have to run a business based on what do I need money for going forward. All right, just to tell everybody what we're talking about and who I am, Grant Cardone, New York Times bestselling author, 5 books. I got 6 and 7 coming out. I own 4 companies. We'll do about $100 million this year in sales. I do these streams for entrepreneurs that are committed to success, that want to blow their business up, and that's why I'm doing this tonight. I'm sharing this with you tonight because my mission is to help more people on this planet. I want to hook up with every freaking great entrepreneur on this planet, and I want to do seminars, live seminars, and reach people in different languages because I want to expand this way. And that's what I'm talking about tonight. Number one, the reason you have to expand is to create opportunities for talented people. You can't get talent if your pond's that big. It's just you can't get big fish. Big juicy fish don't want to swim in a stagnated freaking little tiny pond. Hold on one second. Okay, yeah. So number two, okay, the reasons why you want to expand. If you don't expand, you will contract. You cannot stay the same. It is absolutely impossible to stay small. You will disappear from the scene. It is impossible. If you're going to go down with your foot on the accelerator, okay? If you're going to freaking bust out because you accelerated into expansion. Yeah, this is my house. Okay, number three, good talent will have no place to go. I think I covered this, okay? Good talent will have no place to go. So don't count that as 3 because I covered it. I don't want you to put that there. Okay, I want that to be number 1 because that's the number 1 biggest problem you have, man. You guys can't get big. You know, a guy told me once, he's like, I train all the people in this town. I train them and then they leave me and I'm tired of doing that. I'm like, dude, it's because you don't freaking get big. Get a 2nd store, get a 3rd store, get a 4th store, get a 6th store. All right? Number 3, you need a broader customer base. The 3rd reason to expand, and I'm going to show you some simple ways to do it. The 3rd reason to expand is because you need a broader customer base. Okay, you do not want to be dependent upon a handful of customers. Never. Oh, by the way, I've seen some guys doing video trying to light a cigar the way I do. Okay, I'm like, come on, dude. You got to know how. You got to actually smoke cigars to be able to do this. Okay. All right. 3. Why do you want to expand? You need a broader customer base. The reason you hate your customers right now is not because your customers are pricks, and it's not because they're cheap. It's because a cheap customer and a pushy customer and a demanding customer and a customer that you can't ever make happy reminds you that your customer base is too small. So you're getting all agitated because you're like, God, I got to put up with this shit from this guy because my base is too small. Now, I've been selling car dealers for 25 years. Very, very difficult people. Very difficult people to sell to, okay? Very, I mean hard. But the problem was never the car dealer. The problem was I was staying too small the whole time. Oh man, I love that song. I was staying so small, so long that customer base is too small. Oh, man, that's me talking. How can I hear myself talking? Damn, that's crazy. Because my base is too small. So, you know, I started resenting the car dealers. It wasn't the car dealer. I was dependent on the car dealer. So I needed to go outside car dealers, which is going to be one of the things I'm going to ask you to do tonight, is make a list of people similar to those people that you're working with now. The 4th reason is you want to get better customers by going horizontal. Okay, I don't just mean a different clientele, I mean a better customer. Number 5, there's better markets and more favorable conditions. There's markets out there that are better for you. Some of you know that I moved from Los Angeles to Miami. My business went up 2 times with just that move. It's probably gone up 8 times since the move 3 years ago. The other reason I wanted to get to better markets was because there was no taxes here. 13%, my business increased 13%. My net profit, my cash flow, free cash flow increased 13% by moving to the state of Florida. I told my wife on the way back, I said, you know what? There's a lot of other places I can live other than America. Don't be surprised in my lifetime if G-Dog, the godfather of sales and business, doesn't leave America and figure out how to get my money offshore. So the 5th reason you want to expand is because there's better markets and more favorable conditions. Number 6, you don't want to be dependent upon one set of market conditions or customers. Okay, what if there was a big implosion in Texas? Right now, Texas is having a big show right now. You guys are having a lot of business. What happens if the oil busts out again? See, money mailer just said, man, taxes are killing me. But dude, you stay there. Why do you stay there? You know? So 6, you don't want to be dependent upon one set of market conditions or customers. And the last thing is, look, you have to become omnipresent. Omnipresent. I talk about it in my book, The 10X Rule. Omnipresence is vital. Omnipresence is power. Anything assigned to omnipresence, anything that has omnipresence has power. All right. Omnipresence means to be everywhere all at the same time. To be everywhere all at the same time, okay? Not in one place, but everywhere. So many of you see me doing a lot of stuff. You're like, dude, how does that guy do all that stuff? It is to create the impression that I'm everywhere all at the same time. So where can you start, okay? You got sold on this idea? If you're sold on the idea of expansion, okay, I want you to tweet this out, okay? Push your potential until you can change your zip code. Push your potential until you can change your zip code. I would add to that your address, your customers, and your reach, okay? You want to push your potential. You want to push out into the marketplace until you can actually change your zip code, your address, your customers, and your reach. You know, you need to be known all over the world, not just in a few places. So I'm going to give you some ideas about how you can do that, all right? I'm going to give you 5 little tips, and then I'm going to take your questions. 5 things you can do to expand, okay? 5 things you have to do to expand before, and then I'll give you the exact things you can do. You can start doing right now. By the way, really appreciate all the reshares and the likes. I see you guys that do that. Thank you so much. I will follow you later when I go back through my Twitter feed. I'll follow those that actually post this out, all right? And add my name at Grant Cardone. If you don't add my name, I'm not going to see it. 5 things that it takes to expand. First, you got to have a commitment. That means you need your wife on board, okay? You need your freaking CFO on board. Your CFO doesn't run the company. You run the company. I've never had a CFO make a better decision about money than I do. Never. Just doesn't happen. I'm the entrepreneur. They manage the money. Okay? Number 1, you got to have a commitment. Dude, your commitment needs to be one you're willing to die for. Okay? Commitment. You should look the word up, commitment. Okay? Anything I'm committed to, I'll fire somebody over. Number 2, you need new revenue for funding. You're going to need new revenue. You're going to need money, okay? You guys out there that are like, I hear people say this to me in seminars all the time. Dude, but I'm happy, man. I'm making $150 a year. Dude, I ain't talking about you being happy. I'm talking about your freaking survival, okay? Your survival is dependent upon your expansion. Your expansion is dependent upon commitment and new revenue. If you don't get new revenue, you can't expand. If you don't expand, you will cease to exist. Man, this is deep tonight, dog. See why I brought this one? Because I saw so many cities and countries that are suffering. Then I come back to America. I'm like, same thing's happening right here, folks. 3, you have to learn how to manage cash flow. I'm going to do a whole show on this. How do you manage your cash? Because if you can't manage cash, you can't have revenue to expand the company. Number 4, you need courage. You need some freaking balls, okay? You need balls to do this. Balls to the walls all the time. You need a voice. You need courage and confidence. You show me something that'll give me more confidence, more courage, bro, I'm going to do that course, okay? Who would do that course? Who would do the course? Who would walk in and whatever it took, whatever you had to learn, that would give you more confidence, you'd be like, dude, I'm doing that. Because if it gives me courage, I can pull the trigger, right? And that courage is what I'm going to need if I'm 22 years old. Joffrey, I'm going to need confidence, courage, commitment. I'm going to need freaking data that can actually help me in expansion, not just be happy, stay small, get the white picket fence. Dude, you ain't going to have a white picket fence, bro. Even a white picket fence needs to be painted. Change, man. That's what expansion is. And number 5, you're going to have to persist. This isn't going to happen overnight. You got to persist. 5 years ago, I started dropping videos on YouTube. Okay? So the first place you want to start is with social media. Facebook, Twitter, Google, Instagram. People are like, which one's your favorite? Dude, all of them are my favorite. I ain't got a favorite. It's just if you got a favorite social media, you don't understand social media, Robert. Okay? If you have a favorite, Ken Wells, okay? If you have a favorite, Ken, if you have a favorite, Tar Heel, you don't understand the value of social media. You're being used by it. People that are like, my favorite one is Facebook, okay? Dude, so what's that got to do with this, man? Shit, I use them all, man. I don't understand Instagram. I don't really know what it's for, man. Pinterest, I don't use it at all, unfortunately. Okay, I don't use Snapchat. I know I should be. But let me just say this. I use the other ones so much, and I could do better. I know I could do better. I could do a lot more, okay? But I use the other ones so much that it's kind of like lifting me in places. Okay, social media, streams like this. These streams are invaluable, okay? I mean, just... They're, how many of you have met me tonight for the first time? Write in first time. If this is your first time, watch how many people are here for the first time ever. Maybe not many first timers here. Maybe not. So that means I need to do a better job of reaching out to more people to push my stream out. Maybe Meerkat can help me more push the stream out. C, articles. Okay, there's somebody first time. That's your tech man's first time. Oh yeah, here's all the first timers. Here they coming now. Okay, first time. Dragon King 33 first time. Martin 32 first time. Eb Zovi first time. Money Safe Haven first time. Clear Eddie first time. Sabic 007 first time. Okay, good. So I'm doing a good job here getting first timers. Appreciate you guys being here. New York Times bestselling author, 5 books, social media genius, international speaker. I've got 4 companies. We'll do about $100 million in sales this year. That's just to give you an update on who I am since you're a first timer, okay? Appreciate all of you being here. Appreciate the reshares, the retweets, the likes. Appreciate you guys. JBen20 for the retweet, okay? 3, you need to start writing articles. Every day you should be writing an article, okay? Every day write an article about something. You're going to start clarifying what you know. You're going to start clarifying your message with articles. You're going to become the expert in your space, okay? Number 4, reach out to similar markets. I want you to start practicing your pitch. Let's say you do social media for car dealers. Start practicing your pitch with friends that own plumbing companies, roofing companies, dentist companies, chiropractors. I want you to start working your pitch out with friends and start practicing your practice with friends in similar markets. Then the 5th thing I want you to do here in how you're going to start reaching out expansion is reach out to friends in other cities or countries. I mean, look, there's so many different ways to reach out to people today, okay? So like when I go to the UK, I start just posting everywhere. I'm coming to the UK, or I'm coming, for instance, this weekend I'm going to, Friday I go to the Pentagon. So I'm going to push out, hey, I'm coming to Baltimore, I'm coming to DC, I'll come do a free presentation for your organization. I don't care who the organization is. I don't care if I've ever spoken to them or not. If I've never spoken to them before, I need to get that done. No, they didn't close me on the watch. Okay, man, I covered a lot of information, right? What are you going to tweet out tonight? Okay, push your potential until you change your zip code, your address, your customers, and your reach. If you're thinking that you are living in the last city that you're ever going to live in, dude, you're done, okay? I cannot tell you how many people, this is gold I'm giving you guys. I can't tell you how many people, man, if you had an office in the Midwest, man, and in Chicago, man, if you had an office in Australia, I'd work for you. Dude, I don't have an office there. And if you're waiting for me to move to you, dude, you should be willing to skip, hop, jump, and fly to go get your expansion on. Okay, tonight was about expansion. I'll take your questions. A lot of information. I know I gave you a lot of information. I wanted to keep this down to 25 minutes. I probably didn't do a very good job of that. Questions. Okay. Also, I want you to take a screenshot of your notes. I'm going to pick somebody to give a free coaching session to, where I cover your expansion, how you're going to get expanded, all right? Let me just see if anybody's got 324. Okay, here's a good question. How can I expand even more if I already do what you mentioned in your 5 points? Okay, this is from Warren Castle Jr. He's 15 years old. Warren, I think one thing I would do, you got to use the 15-year-old thing selectively. I think you've used it really well. At some point, you got to give that up in some situations. And then I need to know, you need to know what your products are, dude. You need products. I think you have a book, but you're going to have to get some products that have margin in them. Because if you don't have margin in your products, you're not going to have cash flow to do bigger deals, okay? You need to start speaking on a circuit, which I hate doing, by the way, because the speaking is the most ineffective way for you to reach markets. Florida broker, FL broker, I need to expand. Okay, you're selling real estate in Florida, is that right? You need to do everything I just told you. You need to start writing articles. You need to become the go-to guy in every real estate market. Forget Florida, dude. You need to be everywhere. You need to be writing articles about New York real estate, Chicago real estate, California real estate, overseas. Why overseas people are coming here. You need to know everything that's about real estate, so that when I think about real estate, I think about you, connecting me with somebody that can help me. EB Zovi says, when did you make your fuck you money? What age? In the last 4 years. I mean, that's, and I don't know that I have that few money, but I definitely have the kind of money now that I can tell people, okay, I don't want to do this with you. I don't have to do anything I don't want to do anymore. But notice, I'm doing more today than I was doing 10 years ago. 390, you have a 390. I'm not sure what a 390 is. How do you expand as a car salesman knowing that the consumer does not trust us from a distance? Yeah, that's a great question. Is Brad that car guy? Well, Brad, this is what I did. Look, you can only sell so many cars, bro. That's it. You can only sell so many cars, okay? So you either got to get a car dealership, which is almost impossible today. I'm looking for screenshots right now, by the way. Oh, man, that's a good one, James Garland. That's awesome, dude. He did a video of his notes. That's sick. You either got to buy a car dealership, or you got to figure out some space within car dealers that you can expand in. That's even very difficult today because some of these companies have so much money. Ooh, Raymond Tarango. He typed this shit out, dog. That's awesome. So I don't know, man. The car sales thing it's a difficult thing, bro. If you're really into expansion, I mean, you need to be doing flyers everywhere. You need to be doing blogs, articles, videos, YouTube. You need to just be banging everywhere. Your goal should be to be the #1 salesperson in the freaking world, not the #1 guy in your store. Derek Cole says, be obsessed or be average. Broker 507, how do you hire the best people? Well, the only way you're going to get the best people is you have to have a company that's expanding big enough to offer great people, big money, and big opportunities. Not just big money, but bigger opportunities. So there's things that I can do in my company today where Jared, for instance, gets offered things by me. So do some of the other executives and some of the most trustworthy people in my company, to take their free money and start investing in other things that I'm doing. How do you expand in healthcare? Well, dude, why do you think healthcare is any different than anything else? Okay, a lawyer. You know what a lawyer says? How do I expand in legal? Car salesman. How do I expand in car sales? Plumber. How do I expand in plumbing? What's the product got to do with it? You need to become the expert. You need to go back over the notes that I just shared with you. What are they? Right? If you've made a commitment, you need to catch new revenue so that you can reinvest in the company. You got to manage that cash flow. You have to have the freaking balls and the courage and the persistence to push out into the marketplace with what? Social media, streams, articles. Reach out to a friend outside of healthcare. Maybe it's in insurance and talk to them. Maybe start doing some collaboration with people that are similar or that kind of have hand in glove in your industry in healthcare that would help you expand. Okay, if I'm a real estate agent, I'm going to be talking to mortgage brokers. I'm going to be talking to insurance people. I'm going to be doing collaborations with management companies so that I have the management company, the broker, the insurance. I'm going to be having maybe a management company. All these pieces, I'm going to be talking. And look, you're not going to have any free time. You guys that hate a 9 to 5, Dude, I've been working 95-hour weeks forever. People are like, I hate a 9 to 5. I'm like, what do you hate about a 95? Shit, I've been working 95 hours a week. They're like, no, 9 to 5. I hate the 9 to 5. I'm like, wow, fucking, you're gonna really hate a 95. Okay? Any ideas for childcare? Expanding in preschools. Freaking awesome business, dude. Awesome opportunity anyway. I don't know how much it's regulated. How do you expand in insurance? Insurance people are terrible at prospecting. You guys nobody's even pitched me life insurance in 35 years. One man pitched me insurance, and that was when I was 21 years old. Nobody's pitched me insurance since then. And I ain't buying any. No, you will not get a link to this tonight, by the way. Lawyer Greg says, you will not get a link to this. The only place you'll be able to get this recording is at GrantCardoneTV.com. GrantCardoneTV.com is the only place that you'll be able to find this, and it won't be there until tomorrow. Will you do a show on expansion with apartment buildings? Yes, I will. That's from Jose, the realtor. By the way, we did a coaching session with Jose. Jose, I need an update from you, bro. What happened? What do you think of multi-level marketing? Dude, look at multi-level marketing. The big companies, the ones that make it, the ones that freaking rock star solid for years, who are they? Who are those companies? What did they do? They expanded, man. New Skin is all over the world now. Okay, Amway, all over the world. They're names that are everywhere, okay? When you think of network marketing, you have to think of Amway. It's just one example. Let's see, how do you expand in insurance? I handled that, I think. Warren Castle said, thanks, Grant, I appreciate it. Let me just go to the computer here. I can see it better. Okay, how do I present myself in order to join a top real estate team? Robert, dude, you got to go get in front of the face. First of all, you need 3 companies. Pick 3 companies. Find out who the 3 owners of those 3 companies are, and you get in their face and you tell them, I'm your guy, I'm your man, don't pay me, don't give me a dime. I'm going to start today. In fact, I'm going to bring you a deal right now. You give me 3 days to bring you a deal. Just go in there and freaking sell them. Get sell or be sold before you go in there, okay? By the way, I think everything at my store is 50% tonight for Father's Day, if they kept that up. How many dials per day is amazing? I don't know, 300. How to expand timeshare? You need the good, the bad, and the ugly. You need to be writing about the good, the bad, and the ugly of timeshare. Why you're the trusted person in timeshare. Why people need to check with you on timeshare. You need to have multiple freaking landing pages, URLs, where people know everything and anything. You're the go-to person. Where do you get started? Same place I got started, man. With the first video, the first article, the first post. Okay, Market America's global. Okay, any ideas how to expand my viewership for my short films on YouTube? Yeah, bro, put them everywhere. Put them everywhere. Use everything. Use Twitter for a 15-second link. You know, when you do your video. Push back to your YouTube channel. Get an interview with me at GrantCardoneTV.com. Once you do it, if you got enough freaking game, once you do a show from GrantCardone.com, GrantCardoneTV.com, about how to make movies. Look, you're not going to have movies without money. Single mom, and agree with all your expansion, cannot stand still, must be bold and grow. Yeah. See, the single mom, by the way, happy Father's Day to all the single mothers out there. My mom was a single mother. And she was trying to be a dad, you know, but she couldn't be. What am I looking for? I can't explain cash flow tonight just because I'm running out of time here. The James Garland just said, yeah, use Facebook for your short film videos. Yeah, I wouldn't just use Facebook though. I know Facebook's pushing video right now, but Facebook is a freaking throttling whore right now. So how do I find my passion? Because I know what my purpose is. If you're not passionate about what you're doing, you're not on purpose, or your game's not big enough. Look, you need a game so big that you can't sleep at night. Okay, you need a game so big that you're fucking haunted at night. You're haunted. You're waking up in the middle of the night. You can't sleep, okay? You're like, oh my God, you need big problems, folks, Okay, you need expansion. You need this concept of expansion. All right, man, we've been mobbing the entire time. How long has this been now? What, 50 minutes? Jesus Christ. You guys are awesome. Okay. Okay, let me find out who's going to win the coaching. Y'all want to do that right now? Let's do that. Okay, I'm going through the, I'm going to pick a screenshot, okay? Screenshots. Why Meerkat instead of Periscope? I like them both, man. I can't regulate two of them. I could be picking the wrong one between me and you, but the audience here is much better for me. I think it's my audience, and I also like the way this thing streams a little better, and the amount of trolls I get on the Periscope is just not that attractive to me. Office furniture? Did you need office furniture like you need a gun in your mouth? Why do I need office furniture? This would be the last place I would spend my money is on office furniture. I didn't buy furniture for my office for 3 years. You know what you need in an office? Freaking phone. You probably got one of those, okay? Chad Pittinger says, I've tripled my exposure due to your shout-outs in Meerkat. Jacob Rich, the customer who gives you the most crap is the customer telling you that you need to grow your customer base. Jacob, have I met you yet, bro? If you have your attention on your problems, your goals aren't big enough. That's from Piper Patrick, I Positive TV. Okay, I'm looking for screenshots. Let me see where the screenshots are. Michael Graham, dude, awesome screenshots. Okay, Michael's in the running. Remind me that Michael's in the running, okay? Oh my God, Dan Webster. That's sick, bro. That's sick. Dan Webster, D Webster 817. Awesome notes, bro. I'm in Rockville, Maryland. Come to my group. Okay, Jay Silver 83. Call my office tomorrow. Jay Silver B 83. I'll be at the Pentagon Friday night. Thursday night I fly in. I got a gig at the Pentagon and then I leave, so we'd have to do it tight. Call my office tomorrow, 310-777-0255, for us to see if I can arrange that, okay? Jacob Rich, decent notes, not great. I need a screenshot. George Karen Cross. Beautiful, bro. Beautiful notes. George Karenex. Awesome notes, brother. Oh, Mr. Charisma. DYU stuff. DYU stuff. Awesome notes. Okay, Robert Wiseman asked the question, can you expand too early? But Robert, I know your business, a little bit about it anyway. I don't think that would be your problem. I mean, the real problem, Robert, for you might be there's no margin in your business and you just don't have any cash flow to expand. Okay, Mr. Charisma, nice video, nice video. Anna Perez, do you always impress? Perez A, she's awesome. Julian J _Bluelin 03, nice notes. Okay, oh, Jacob Rich, book Jacob Rich. Nice typed out notes, bro. Okay, if you guys didn't get a bunch of notes there, you know, Terrence Freeman, dude, Campania. That's awesome. My wife loves you, by the way. Katie Calhoun, 10x my notes. He's in my 10x daytimer, so that gets points for sure. Terrence Freeman again, Campania. Dude, awesome, awesome, awesome. Terrence, man, you're brilliant, dude. I mean, he's got 3 or 4 postings. Okay, I'm gonna pick a winner right now. God damn, this is hard. Raymond Tarango, great notes. Probably not even telling everybody all the screenshots I'm seeing here. I'm gonna pick one person right now, okay? I'm gonna pick I'm going to do a free coaching call with this man right here. Karen Cross, okay? Call my office tomorrow, George. Congratulations. Great notes. A bunch of you guys took great notes. I just can't, I can't do these with everybody, so I don't even, my office once says, why do you even do this? You've already given enough value to enough people here. Why are you doing this thing right now? Okay, so look, I really appreciate you guys being here tonight. Maybe we can take some, congratulations again, George. For instance, tonight, you know, we've had, I don't know, I've had 500 notifications, over 500 notifications since I've been sitting here. Really appreciate your input. Appreciate you guys, you know, wanting more in your life and your career. You know, you guys inspire me. You inspire me. The fact that you want more in your life. The fact that you would tune in for this expansion thing on Father's Day. Hopefully your spouse was watching it. We will have the recorded version of this at grantcardonetv.com. If you haven't subscribed there, you should definitely go there. grantcardonetv.com is an entrepreneurial digital site where all we drop there is video content, articles that I think are valuable on topics from entrepreneurs to money to finance to cash flow to real estate shows to sales, marketing, branding, you name it, anything to do with the business. We're also looking for talented people to be on our network. So you guys that have freaking, you know, really valuable content and you think you can deliver a show every week, if you go to grantcardonetv.com, we'll certainly look at you being a contributor there. You will scroll down to the bottom of the page and fill out the contributors section, and we'll look at bringing you on the network and getting you a show and getting you marketing and branding and getting you known around the world. My name's Grant Cardone. I'm a New York Times best-selling author. I do these quite frequently. I want to meet as many entrepreneurs on this planet as I can. I want to meet the hustlers. If you got so much freaking hustle in your heart that you don't have any hate, that you just, I mean, you might have some, but you're like, dude, I don't even have time for it. I just don't have time, okay? Because I'm hustling. And that's the kind of people I'm looking to surround myself with. Give you a note where I'm going to be here in the next little bit. I'm going to be at the Pentagon, like I said. I'm going to be Washington and Maryland Thursday, Friday. I go to LA, Los Angeles. I'm doing a seminar in Los Angeles Sunday. Sunday I do a seminar there in the Valley. For the Church of Scientology has asked me to go there and do a presentation on 10xing your business. For church members there, but it's open to the public. You're certainly welcome to come as long as you don't have any problem walking in there. It's an easy place to walk in. Everybody's welcome. You don't have to be a Scientologist to go to it. Monday, I'm doing a big presentation for a private group in Los Angeles, in Burbank actually. And so if you're in Los Angeles, San Fernando, Burbank, anywhere in that local area, and you want me to come and do a sales meeting for your organization, we'll see if we can get that set up this week. What else am I doing, man? Gosh, then I'm going to Colombia at the end of this month. I go to Colombia, Bogota, Colombia, and Cartagena. That's all I know I'm doing for the next couple weeks. In the meantime, I'll be doing meerkats every night on some topic. I haven't worked the whole week out yet. I just came off. I'm on a 6-hour time change right now. I don't know if you can tell or notice it, or if I was a little scattered tonight, I apologize. Seemed like it worked out all right. I hope you took the notes tonight. Dude, look, your future is dependent upon your ability to expand. It takes courage, it takes guts, and it takes money. You're not going to get the money without the courage and the guts. Anybody that tells you you got to have money to make money is wrong. It takes guts to make money. You need guts. You need freaking guts. You need a commitment. And for me, it's never been about courage. It's been about fear. If I stay small, I die. I can't take care of my family. I can't be a good father. I can't be a good person in my community. I can't give enough because I don't have enough. So you guys be great. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. God bless you. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there that are real fathers. You know what I mean? You can have a kid, still not be a father. And to all the single mothers out there that are having to be fathers, God bless you guys. Be great. Hey, commit to your expansion. Make that commitment tonight. Push your potential until you change your zip code. Thanks a lot for seeing me tonight.